Generally our specialty coffees, which we're using for the Two Seasons brand, is coming in the more traditional sacks. The difference between specialty coffee and say the more mainstream types, there's a perception of a higher quality, a perception maybe of an unusual story, that maybe the coffee's rare, for example. By rare I mean not very widely produced. This is specialty coffee coming from Guatemala. The area that it's been sourced from is Huehuetenango, and it's coming from a particular farm called Finca Nueva Armenia. The entire year's crop would be somewhere around 70 tonnes. We've picked up about 35 tonnes. This is a washed Arabica coffee, as you can see by the blue-green colour and the attachment of the husk, which is still present in the centre of the bean. That's quite important because that gives you an indication of whether the coffee's been washed and dried in the right way. When that's roasted, the centre cut becomes quite white, and that's a great indicator of a high quality washed Arabica coffee. On receival, the coffee quality is checked. Once it's approved by the quality assurance staff, the coffee is then allowed to be transferred into the silo system. Prior to that, the coffee's cleaned of extraneous material, dust, dirt, anything that can probably enter into the product. Once the coffee's cleaned, the coffee can then go to the roaster. It's transferred there in 250 kilo batches. Our batches are roasted from 12 to 15 minutes, as roasting actually determines a great deal of the taste of the product. We like to roast our coffee slowly and to quite a dark level. That helps control the acidity level of the coffee. It makes for a richer tasting espresso, as well it partly creates the beautiful crema on top of the brew. What we are seeing is a move towards more special tastes in coffee. Prior to that, we'd see the traditional Italian or Greek style of roast, where there is a lot darker, a lot more oil on the coffee itself, and that transfers into the cup as a more bitter taste. Now, Australians really aren't into strong and bitter tasting coffees. They prefer a more rounded, mild taste. As a lot of our consumption is with milk, that basically echoes that point. As I said before, moving towards that specialty coffee. That's where we feel that we can add some value to our business by selling Two Seasons. The concept is one of a specialty coffee that changes frequently throughout the year to deliver just a different taste to the coffee consumer. We need to have enough flavour developed, but we don't need to carry that flavour too far. You need good cut through in the milk, and the blends are all developed around that potential of coffee flavour in the finish. As far as espresso consumption is concerned, it'll only continue to grow in the next 10 years, I feel.